Our top story remains that Tufts student who was taken away in cuffs by federal agents. And this morning, there are growing questions about how she was taken into custody and whether those agents defied a judge's orders. So our Alicia Palumbo is outside federal court in Boston this morning. Alicia, you've just gotten some new documents from court, I understand. What are you learning?
Well, Melody, the federal government claims that ICE did not defy a court order because they say they had already gotten the Tufts student out of state before her attorney had the chance to file for that court order to keep her here. Therefore, they argue it does not apply. The legal battle over the detainment of a Tufts University doctoral student continues to play out in the courts as the video of her arrest plays around the world. The attorney for 30-year-old PhD student Rümeysa Öztürk calling the Turkish native's arrest unlawful, with plainclothes agents grabbing her on a Somerville sidewalk just off campus Tuesday night, then transporting her to the South Louisiana ICE processing center where she remains. Her attorney accusing federal authorities of defying a court order to keep her here in Massachusetts that was granted within hours of her arrest. But in a response to a new judge's order to explain her relocation, the federal government seems to suggest she was moved quickly before the courts got involved, saying, quote, petitioner was detained outside of Massachusetts at the time the petition was filed and the court's service order was issued.
Why she was transferred to Louisiana despite the court's order is unfathomable.
Tufts students say they believe Öztürk was targeted for an article she wrote with 3 other students calling for the university to divest from companies directly tied to Israel.
We need to call what happened to Rümeysa what it is: state-sanctioned political kidnapping.
The Department of Homeland Security released a statement accusing Öztürk of engaging in activities in support of Hamas, saying in part, a visa is a privilege, not a right, glorifying and supporting terrorists who kill Americans as ground for visa issuance to be terminated. This is common sense security. But many here vehemently disagree.
I think what we saw in the abduction of a neighbor by federal agents was just really disturbing.
Now, both the university and the Attorney General's office here in Massachusetts say they're working to ensure that she has due process. We're live at federal court in South Boston. Alicia Palumbo, NBC 10 Boston.